You know, two people can be faced with the same offense, but have completely different responses. I'll say that one more time. Two people can be faced with the same offense, but they can have completely different responses. One can turn to God in the offense, and the other can turn away. I know this because not only have I seen it, but because it happened with the disciples. And it happened with them, it will also happen with us. I want us just to take a quick look at this passage here. On the count of three, we can read this together. 1, 2, 3. The Jews then complained about him, because he said, I am the bread which came down from heaven. And they said, is not this Jesus, whose father and mother we know? How is it then that he says, I have come down from heaven? The Jews therefore quarreled among themselves, saying, how can this man give us his flesh to eat? Therefore many of his disciples, when they heard this, said, this is a hard saying. Who can understand it? When Jesus knew in himself that his disciples complained about this, he said to them, does this offend you? It is the Spirit who gives life. The flesh profits nothing. The words that I speak to you are spirit and they are life. From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked with him no more. Then Jesus said to the 12, do you also want to go away? You can pause here. What's happening here? Jesus has one of the most amazing revival services ever. He multiplies food like no one else has ever done. He multiplies bread, and he does what no other person was ever able to do. He has this massive amount of followers that come and join the team. He has not just 12 disciples now. He has hundreds. I don't know how many. There's tons of people that are now following Jesus. But then he does something that's so unorthodox. He offends them. Jesus lets them become offended with a message. And that message causes many people to no longer follow him. Why does he do this? Like, if I was his disciple, I'd say, come on, Jesus, you finally have a crowd. We're finally making influence. We're finally causing people to hear our message. Look at how many people are following you. Why did you do that? You could have just shared that message with us. Like, why share it in front of so many people? Do you not know that they were offended? I believe Jesus didn't preach this message because he wants people to turn away. He preaches a message that is offensive to the mind so that the heart can be revealed. And when the heart's revealed, he wants to meet them in that place. He exposes the heart so that he can encounter it. He offends the mind to expose the heart so he can meet them in the offense. God doesn't like us when we are offended, right? I mean, honestly, it's not his intention to want to offend you. But if it means having a deeper encounter with you, he will do it. Because he loves us too much to not do so. To keep us in the place of stagnancy, to keep us in just church services, he will let difficulties and offenses happen. That's why there's a great falling away. It's because there's a trial hitting the church. And as much as it hurts God to see his people turn away from him, what he gains through the testing is far more valuable than lukewarm people sitting in a service. He sees hot hearts being turned to him in the mess, in the offense, people whose hearts get encountered by him. The price for that is worth it for what is going to be released. And again, like I say, I don't share this to discourage. I believe we have an inheritance here in this church. We are Forerunner Christian Church. We say that all the time, but I don't know if you ever caught the essence of what that word even means. Forerunner Christian Church. To be part of a group of people who go ahead and inherit a legacy of hearts who are not offended at the Lord, but who experience it and say, yes, I don't always understand what God is doing, but I've gone through the offense and I know that he is good. I cannot deny who he is. There's a legacy in this place that's Mama Grace's inheritance, Pastor Grace's inheritance. We are a people who will be ready and standing at the return of the Lord. And I believe we will be that voice to turn hearts towards him. I'm sharing this to encourage you, to let you know that while these offenses will come, there will be people who don't always do the right thing. God offends the heart, and he will offend us because he wants to call us into something deeper. He wants to meet us in our offense, and he offends these people that just saw him multiply food right before their eyes. They want this new king to be their God, to be their leader. He's like the one that they've been waiting for. And he does an offensive thing to expose the heart. Do they follow him because he gives them what they want? Do they follow him because he can multiply food for them? Do they follow him because he answers all their prayers, because he preaches messages that sound nice and meets their expectations? Or are they following him because they want true bread and they want true life? Are they following him because it's convenient, or because they're after something deeper that Jesus is inviting them into? He's inviting them into fellowship with him. And it's where his words, like it says here, verse 63. It's the Spirit who gives life. The flesh profits nothing. The words that I speak to you are spirit and they are life. He's inviting them into an encounter with a life that is greater than just food that he can give to them. It's a life, it's a goodness greater than just getting their demands met, getting their expectations met. It's a goodness that's found only when you've been in the presence of God. When you know that you've been given what you don't deserve, when you're unworthy and yet he still loves you. He's calling these people in this offensive message to take part of this. More than what I can provide you in your physical needs, I want to meet you in your offense to provide you for your spiritual needs. I want to encounter you in the difficulty, in the mess. I want to bring you out of it in love. I want to bring you out of it with a heart full of faith. I want to bring you out of your struggles, out of all the things you don't understand going on in your life right now that I've brought into your life. I want to bring you out of all that you're going through with a heart that is on fire for me.